Hey guys, Jonathan Wizard here for JM Sports 100, the JM Sports Show. How is it going? I'm here to make NFL picks for Week 9 in the 2014 NFL season. We are already 1-0 on the week. We did have New Orleans beating Carolina on Thursday. They did that 28 to 10. I do not have the record updated right now. I had to do a system restore on my computer earlier in the week, and apparently a couple of my files didn't save like they were supposed to. So I'm gonna have to go back and look at some picks and stuff and make sure that the record is up to date. So I should have that hopefully next week for you guys. I can tell you that we had a um, an 8-win week last week. Not a fantastic week for us, but um, we'll take it. We'll try to do a little bit better this week. First off, for this week we have Jacksonville and Cincinnati. What more can you say? Cincinnati really needs this game. Cincinnati has not played great since they got dismantled by the New England Patriots in prime time a few weeks back. Jacksonville is just a mess. Like I said, what more can you say? I'm going to go with the Bengals. Tampa Bay and Cleveland. Cleveland is a real team, 4-3, and a good team at that. Tampa Bay, they're 1-6, should be 2-5. They should have beat Minnesota last week. They couldn't get it done against Minnesota. They fell apart late there. Cleveland is better than Minnesota. Tampa Bay on the road here in Cleveland. I don't think they stand much of a chance in this game. I'm going with the Browns. Cardinals and Cowboys. First interesting game of the week. Cowboys took only their second loss of the year, of course, on Monday night in overtime against the Washington Redskins. And you've got the Cardinals um, coming off the win against Philadelphia. Both Arizona 6-1. Coming into this football game, and Arizona again is also a real team. Now the interesting part is this. I think Arizona's got the better defense. I think Arizona's got the better offensive line. And I don't think Arizona has the better quarterback. Tony Romo, who is a game time decision, I do think he will play. Um, he is definitely the better quarterback, but the question is, with his back, how healthy is he? There is no way he was, obviously, with all the controversy that happened after the Monday night game. There's no way he was healthy for that. There's no way his back is going to be completely healthy for the game on Sunday. Backs do not heal that quickly. Right now, so coming into Sunday, I honestly think Arizona is just the better team. I'm going to go with the Cardinals to beat the Cowboys. Jets and Chiefs. Um, the Jets basically they're 1-7. They're at a point now where they have nothing to lose. They're just kind of playing around, seeing what you can do. Just kind of evaluating for the future, pretty much. Yeah, they could win out and go 9-7, but let's be honest, that's not going to happen. If you watch this team play, and Kansas City is 4-3. I don't quite know what to make of Kansas City yet. I mean, they're not great, obviously. We know that. They're definitely better than the Jets. The Chiefs are always pretty good at home. I've got the Chiefs beating the Jets. Chargers and the Dolphins. Chargers have extra time to prepare because they played last Thursday. Um, Miami is a good team, but once again, if you go to match it up, if you're going to give me a choice at quarterback between Ryan Tannehill and Philip Rivers, obviously Philip Rivers is much better than Ryan Tannehill. I think the Chargers are the better team. I think it's close, but I think the Chargers get the win. We have the Redskins and the Vikings. Vikings 3-5, Redskins 3-5. Both these teams 3-5, and I guess there's no really important news story, about this game. Nothing really interesting to talk about here. Oh yeah, except the return of RG3. Um, that's actually honestly I think what's making this game a little bit more difficult to pick. Is RG3 ready completely to be back? Is it going to be a bit of a distraction? The hype of his return, if you want to call it that. Uh, I think the Redskins are the better team here. I do think the Redskins beat the Vikings. Philadelphia and Houston. I'm actually really confident in this game here. I haven't given out a lock of the week in a couple weeks, and I can't give Philadelphia my lock of the week anyway because I gave them my lock of the week in week one. But like I said, I am just really confident here. Nick Foles, once again, the quarterback battle. Quarterback is so huge in the NFL, obviously, as all of you guys know. I'm going to take Nick Foles over Ryan Fitzpatrick, Philadelphia is getting healthy, and I think that's what the scary thing is. Philadelphia almost beat that really good Arizona team last week. All it took is one more foot, essentially, is what it took for the Eagles. What it would have taken for the Eagles to beat the Cardinals last week. Cardinals are definitely better than Houston. Philadelphia is certainly better than Houston. Philadelphia is healthier than Houston, and basically the big thing for Philadelphia is going to be avoid J.J. Watt, and I think teams are slowly trying to figure out, if you can get J.J. Watt out of the picture, then that's going to be a benefit to you, and you can move the ball in the rest of that Houston defense. I'm going to go with the Eagles. Rams and the Niners. This is why I'm glad that I'm not picking spread for on here anymore. However, I am going to say something about that uh, maybe at the end of this video, unless I decide to pull it and wait until next week. San Francisco is a very inconsistent team. They've been very difficult to pick on the spread this year because they're so inconsistent. This is a division game. St. Louis always plays San Francisco hard. I want to say it was last year when St. Louis and San Francisco met and had the tie. It was a couple years ago. That game was in San Francisco. Like I said, St. Louis always plays San Francisco hard on the road. Colin Kaepernick can be inconsistent. I think Austin Davis is a bright spot in St. Louis's future. I'm going to go with the Niners here, but I'm actually going to go with the Niners pretty close. The game, of course, everybody is talking about, Denver and New England. Tom Brady is 10-5 in his career against Peyton Manning. New England has been having a really good month, but if you go back and look at who they played, which is honestly something I forgot to do, and I'm not actually coming up with this, I'm stealing this from somebody that I had heard earlier in the week, but I did go back and look. New England is having this big month. Tom Brady's having this huge month. He's played the Jets, he's played the Bills, and he's played the Bears, who are also really, really struggling. Okay, I'm not saying New England's a bad team. They certainly have figured out how to make it work with what they have. Denver right now is the best team in the league, though. The one thing that I'm concerned about, I am going to go with Denver to win this game. There are a couple things I'm concerned about, I guess. Peyton Manning in big spots doesn't always play his best ball, and the weather could be a factor. It's supposed to be rainy, it's supposed to be wet, and it's supposed to be kind of cold in New England on Sunday around kickoff, at least the last time I had checked. I am still going to go with Denver to win this game. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think it'll be a good game. I think it's going to be just a hard-nosed brawl, but not a shootout between two great quarterbacks. I do think Peyton Manning and the Denver Broncos come out on top. Next up, we have Oakland and Seattle. I'm going to give you guys a lock of the week. I haven't done it the last couple weeks, but I'm going to make this my lock of the week. And what more can you say? Seattle has really kind of struggled the last couple weeks. They haven't really played all that great, but Oakland is atrocious. I think maybe I'm jumping a little bit too quick to say this, but I think Oakland has a chance to go 0-16. This team is just really bad, showing no improvement. They're going into Seattle, a place where Seattle does not lose often, and essentially, with the exception of that Dallas game, essentially dominates. Oakland has zero chance in this game, in my mind. I'm going to go with the Seahawks to beat the Raiders and make it my lock of the week. Alright, that brings us to the Sunday night game. A very interesting battle in the AFC North between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers coming off that big win, big impressive win against the Colts last week. The Ravens, to me, and I know the Ravens are 5-3, and I don't even know if they feel 5-3 to me. I'm not that impressed with this Baltimore Raven team. I'm not really impressed by the Pittsburgh team either. I'm more impressed by the Pittsburgh team. And these games are always tight. I'm going to give the home field advantage the reason for the win here, and that, of course, is Pittsburgh. Which brings us to our Monday night game, the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Giants. This game almost seems too obvious to me. and obvious usually equals losses. That's what happened last week when I took the Jets to beat the Buffalo Bills. It seemed obvious to me, and look what happened there. But this just seems way too obvious to me. The Giants are hot and cold. The Colts coming off of, like we said in the previous game, being embarrassed at the hands of the Pittsburgh Steelers, even though they didn't end up putting up um, an okay fight in that contest. Uh, they're still coming off that embarrassing loss. Andrew Luck does not lose back-to-back games often. In fact, I think he's done it once in his career, uh, including college, and I believe that was this year. Um, what more can you say? I think the Colts win this game. I think they win it comfortably. I'll even give you a score. I'm going to say 31-21. And so there you go. This video is not that great. I really need to quit doing this video so early in the morning. Wow, I'm tired. Alright, guys, don't forget to like the JM Sports Show page on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Links will be in the description. College football picks are already up if you want to see those. I did forget to put the JM Sports Show Facebook and Twitter links in the description there, so I apologize for that, but usually I'm pretty good about it, so hopefully I remember to do it this time, and that is going to do it for me. By the way, before I go, I do want to say this. I kind of teased earlier the spread. I might put the spread on the JM Sports Show Facebook page. I have been ticking against the spread for my ESPN Pigskin Pick'em game that I play. Um, and essentially, I I make the same picks for there as I do you guys, so I'm not gonna lie about it. I will go through. Maybe I'll just do it next week, so I can, or maybe I'll just make a video saying what I've done so far this year. I've been in a bit of a roll lately, so I almost don't want to jinx it, being kind of superstitious. I don't know if I'm gonna put it on the Jeremy Sports page, Facebook page or not. I won't this week. If I do, it'll be next week, but I'll think about it. All right, guys, that is gonna do it for me. Like I said, I am Jonathan Mosette for JM Sports 100 and the JM Sports Show. Sorry this video wasn't my best work. I will see you guys later.